At that moment, through the thriller of the open car window, my daughter-in-law spoke. "Mother, have you ever thought that you are a burden to us? I will drop this burden and go now." Before her words even ended, my son Eun-jeong pressed the accelerator without hesitation. They must have hoped I would simply die there on the highway. But that was a huge mistake. That day was not the day my life ended. It was the day a dreadful gate of hell opened in front of them. Hello, my name is Han Eun-jeong, and I have lived by the work of my hands. I had gone through life without big upheavals, and believed my old age would pass quietly and comfortably. Only later, past 70, did I realize that life never goes the way you want. I tasted every bitter flavor late in life. Will you listen to my story? Before the darkness left the car, my body sensed it first. And my eyes opened on their own. I tiptoed to the kitchen so I would not wake the sleeping family. I hurried with my hands, because I wanted to serve them a warmer breakfast. A friendly bubbling sound from the pot spread through the kitchen. I beat the eggs until smooth for rolled omelette and seasoned fragrant spinach with a gentle touch. My wrist ached every time the knife came down. But compared to my thought of family, that pain was nothing. At 7, my daughter-in-law Seo Na-young came into the kitchen with a yawn. She dipped a finger into the soup bowl on the table to taste, and said, "Mother, it is salty again. How many times do I have to tell you before you understand?" She tossed the spoon down with a hard, sharp clink. I must have checked the seasoning wrong. "I am sorry." Without meaning to, I lowered my head. She opened the refrigerator, took out milk, and shut the door with a bang. Yoon-ho, why are you not out yet? Come, eat. Drink your milk, and go to school, you are going to be late. At the sharp voice, my 12-year-old granddaughter, Yoon-a, and 10-year-old grandson Yoon-ho came from the room half asleep and sat at the table. Yoon-a stirred the soup, wrinkled her nose, and frowned. "Grandma, I do not want stew today." "Me too, I want bread." "I do not like stew." "I do not like spinach either," Yoon-ho grumbled. All right, come here." I took out sliced bread. "Eat this." Na-young put the bread in front of them as if to make a point. The breakfast I had prepared for 2 hours, cooled on the table, untouched by anyone. Suddenly I remembered the day 5 years ago, when I emptied the savings of my life, 200 million won, to buy this house. When my son Eun-jeong married and began raising children, I said he needed a proper home. I was truly joyful then. I cannot describe how proud and happy I was to provide a nest for my son and his wife with my own hands. But that was not the end. 3 years ago, Jae-hun's business became difficult. The debt reached 80 million won. To settle it, I had to shake my account until it was bare. What remained for me was only 30,000 won. Around lunchtime, Na-young came into the living room with her arms folded. I was washing dishes and rubbing my aching back. "Mother, starting today, please move your things to the living room. You will sleep there. The small room you use will be Yoon-ho's room from now on." These days children all have their own spaces. They say it helps them study better. She spoke as if this were only natural. My heart dropped like a stone. But I could not say anything. "All right," I said, my voice caught in my throat. That afternoon my hands trembled as I took my clothes and the old quilt from the small room. I spread the bedding in a corner of the living room and folded the few clothes I had. I held back the tears that were about to burst, biting my lip. Lying on the cold living room floor and staring at the ceiling, the fluorescent lights stung my eyes. The next morning the mood in the house was the same. I rose before the darkness was gone and began to cook rice. Na-young came in, drank some water, and threw out her words. "Mother, my parents are in a nursing home. You have no idea how convenient and good that is for everyone." She looked at me and gave a knowing little smile. A chill ran down my spine. Was she telling me to get out of this house? Where could I go, an old woman with no money and no future? Where could I go? I comforted myself, saying at least I was near my grandchildren. I told myself this again and again. It was Saturday morning. Suddenly my son came into the living room and called me. "Mom, how about seeing the autumn leaves today? The weather is good." Let us go on an outing. He jingled his car keys with a bright smile. I doubted my ears. It had been so long since my son asked me to go out together. Really, where are we going? Seorak-san. They say the colors are perfect now. My heart began to pound. Then I will make kimbap. Great, your kimbap is the best in the world. He nodded and agreed eagerly. I ran to the kitchen excited and began to roll kimbap. I spread the warm rice, laid down pickled radish, ham, and spinach, and rolled it tight and neat. I brushed on sesame oil, sliced the rolls, washed fruit, and packed everything. After about an hour, they were ready. I sat in the back seat between Yoon-ae and Yoon-ho. The car glided forward. Looking out the window, I felt like a child, light with joy. It felt like a dream to spend time together as a family. The weather is incredible today, Jae-hun said, full of cheer. Yes, the leaves will be beautiful. Na-young answered absent-mindedly, her eyes still fixed on her phone. The children in the back wore earphones and stared into their screens. I wanted to start a conversation, but I kept my mouth closed. I was afraid to annoy them. We entered the highway. The multicolored mountains passed by like a painting. About an hour later, rain began to pour down in sheets. Then my son slowed the car. Something sounds off. The tires, maybe he gripped the wheel with a frown. What sound? Na-young turned her head. I will pull over for a moment. He steered carefully to the shoulder and stopped. He looked back at me. Mom, please step out for a minute. With so many people, the tire might be under strain. You want me to stand outside in this rain? Just a moment, I will check and let you back in. He opened the door quickly. Jae-hun, what are you doing? I reached to hold him, bewildered. Just then the passenger window slid down. Na-young leaned out into the rain. Mother, we have to live too. Have you never thought that you are a burden? She raised the window without answering my stammering. My son ran back to the driver's seat and slammed the door. Open the door. What are you doing, Jae-hun? I shouted like a madwoman, but the car began to creep forward. I stumbled and tried to chase it. Jae-hun, I am here, let me in. But the car picked up speed, ran into the rain, turned to a black speck, and disappeared. I stood frozen. Water streamed down my face. Maybe rain, maybe tears. Passing cars blared their horns. I dropped to a squat where I was. The rain fell harder and harder around me. I do not know how long passed. A patrol car stopped in front of me. Grandmother, are you all right? A young police officer approached. It is dangerous to stand here. Please get up first. He took my arm and helped me rise. Only then did my foggy mind clear a little. I could still not believe it. Have I really been abandoned by my own children? The officer wore a name tag that read Young Min Gyu. He helped me into the patrol car. The warm air from the heater touched my face, and only then did I feel how much I had been shivering. Let us go to the nearest rest area and warm up first, he said gently. About 10 minutes later, he led me into the cafeteria at the rest stop and sat me down. You should drink something hot to catch your breath. He brought a paper cup with steam curling from the tea. I wrapped the heat with my frozen hands. What happened? If you can, tell me slowly. He sat across from me, his eyes full of concern. My son and daughter-in-law left me there. I had been so excited when they said we were going to see the leaves. But on the highway they told me to get out, and then they just left. They were gone in a flash. I could not continue and my lips trembled. His face hardened. Do you have your son's number? Yes, here. My hands shook so much I could barely hold the phone. He dialed. The phone was off. He tried again. The house phone rang too, but no one answered. Grandmother, this is a crime. You should file a formal report at the local station. I will notify them now. An hour later, I arrived at the station in the patrol car. I passed a door marked Investigation Division, and a man in his 40s greeted me. Please sit here, grandmother. I am Detective Bae Do-yun. Tell me from the beginning about what happened today.